Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Nerfherder here. First and foremost, for those of you, let's do a quick little update. My last video was Lando Sabers, the truth, Lando Sabers exposed, the truth about Lando Sabers. Y'all, it's a joke. Good grief, is a joke. Lando is a really good friend of mine, and I've been threatening with him with a joke video for a while. Good grief. Let's get past that. Did you watch the video? Did you read the comments? All my points were silly. Oh goodness. Good luck to y'all out there in the world of navigating comedy. Okay, so I've got a really cool video I want to do real quick. This is, well, first of all, this is a new saber for me too, one that I built a long time ago, and I finally found a reason to throw something in it. For those of you who have heard of the Golden Harvest soundboard from Saber Tech, the Golden Harvest V3, I've had a few in the past. I did a handful of them, a couple commissions and two for myself that Johnny from Dark Wolf Sabers threw me back at the time when the GHv3 first came out. Now what I have is the Phase 4 soundboard. Frederick, who runs SaberTech, he's in charge of the boards and stuff like that. He reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to test one out, review it, input, and whatnot. And I was like, absolutely. Because I was really interested in the fact that the Phase 4 boards have a bigger push of audio. So everyone was like, they're louder. And when I turned it on, I was totally blown away. I posted my reaction on the ULC, Universal Lightsaber Community, which is a Facebook page that's pretty much the only page I really kind of go to. I was blown away. So first of all, this is my Royal Flex. This is what I've been calling my Gucci Flex, because it's all like that. It's all jewels and pretty. Got like an etched body. This is a Scrap Flex that I wanted to do more of like a royal type Scrap Flex in a way. But inside is the Phase 4 Golden Harvest V3. And the board was black, and I was like, ooh, black and gold. It's my jam. This has the new firmware update on it. You can get that same firmware update and put it on any Golden Harvest board, run the update, and you will get the functionality is the same as what I'm about to show you guys. But the sound output, I believe, is a onboard thing. So you need the new Phase 4 board in order to get that crazy push of volume. I could be wrong. You might be able to push the sound more on the old soundboards too. I'll have to ask on that. But as far as I'm aware, this is just, one of the perks. So I'm gonna go ahead. The chassis is not the prettiest because this had to be a sled chassis, so I just used an old Saberforge one and put the board in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and wake it up, and we're gonna jump in because this is probably gonna be a little bit longer of a video. I don't know how well you guys can tell, but that is loud. So I have a Smuggler's Outpost 28mm full range speaker in here, and I'm pushing it 100%, I guess. I believe the volume is at 100%. At least that's how I do it in real time, which I'll show you guys here in a second. But I heard you can push it to like 400 on the actual config and the SD card when you put it in your computer and you do it up. But that might be crazy, because if I'm not hitting 400 on what I'm doing in real time, then that's just beyond wild. So you've got... Oh, and I have a gesture control. I have gesture control set, but let's get that ignition. So you can do obviously button on and off, or I got twist off going. So let's go ahead and put the blade in there, and I'll start getting crazy with it. That'll show you the editor mode and all the goodness, which the editor mode on this, like the in real time editor, I I got a stab ignition going on, hold on. So I just made a quick blade plug for the video. Pretty standard setup. I got a TCSS NeoPixel connector in here, 2 switches, your Golden Harvest V3, 18650 high drain, keep power, 15 amp high drain, keep power battery, and a Smuggler's Outpost 28mm speaker. Pretty straightforward. But what I'm saying about the in real-time editor, it's cool. It's got like, well, I'm going to show you obviously. You can access a menu that will allow you to change configuration of the Saber on the fly instead of popping an SD card out or using a rice port or what have you. Oh. I don't know how well you guys can tell, but that sounds phenomenal. Whoop. So, blaster bolts. Lockup was a little tricky for me at first. It's a timing thing. I have mine set to, it was just the way I could do it the best, it's a long press, basically like a 1 Mississippi, and then a press right after. So you hold, and that's the auxiliary, so hold the auxiliary. Oh, see, I missed it. So hold auxiliary. Missed it again. All right. And it's responsive too. So how you move the Saber slides up and down, and you just tap the blaster to turn it off. So again, it's like a long press. See, I missed it. That's basic function. I'm gonna get into the editor. I'm gonna show you how to do it real quick, and then I'm going to show you some more fonts too. So first of all, to access the volume, point the Saber down and press and hold the auxiliary for a second and a half, and then let go.
Volume control activated.
Now it's gonna show me that, yeah, I'm not even at 100%. So you throttle the Saber in real time to change the volume. Let's go ahead and max it out. I wasn't even at the max volume.
Volume adjusted.
Oh yeah, it's much louder. It's way louder. Sounds so good. Volume control. Adjusting, was pointing it down for a few seconds. Now, to adjust a lot of the Saber menu, to access the Saber menu, you're gonna point it down and hold the power button.
Saber editor. Select mode.
Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna select mode.
Color profile.
Color profile. I'm going to hold the power button.
Pixel number.
Whoop.
Ignition speed.
If you're on the wrong one, just point down.
Pixel color profile.
Same way you access the fonts, you go up and down. So, color profile, I'm gonna hold.
Choose color profile.
Choose color profile. Now you can turn the Saber. You'll hear clicks. Man, that looks good on camera. Just keep turning. And these are all the basic preset colors and stuff. So Team green always looks good. I'm gonna go with this blue though. So then press and hold.
Back in Saber editor. Select mode.
Well, you just press it once you're there.
Choose color profile.
So you're gonna choose the color profile, which is this is the one I want. Then I'm gonna press it.
Choose blade color.
This is the blade color I want. You can change it to whatever, but I wanted that one, so now I'm gonna press it again.
Choose clash color.
Now I can choose the clash color. I like the white, but you can go, you know, red, pink, blue, off shades of your color. Like, see, that's the color I have now. But I like a white, so I'm just gonna go do that. Then I'm gonna press it.
Choose stab color.
Now the stab color, you can change the same way. White, red, pink, green, blue, orange, what have you. Press the power button again.
Choose lockup color.
Now we're gonna choose lockup color. Red, pink, blue, purple, green. You just keep on rotating the hilt until you land on the one you like. I'm gonna again go for white, and then press the button again.
Choose melt color.
Now we're gonna choose melt color. Same thing, rolling. Keep on rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, rolling. Let's do, that looks cool. Melt, select. Ah.
Choose blaster color.
Now blaster color, same thing. I want my blasters to be white.
Choose force color.
Force colors, whenever you do a force wave, you know, force action, it'll activate that. I'm gonna go ahead and keep everything white. That's just how I like to do them. And then press.
Choose blade color.
And you're back to the beginning. Now when you're done with all those, hold the power button.
Back in Saber Editor.
Now we're-
Select mode.
Now we're back in Saber Editor. Now all we can do is press the power button again.
Pixel number.
Pixel number. Now this is really cool. I'm gonna press and hold. And then rotate the blade. And it's letting, in real time, say, okay, this is how many I have. So the best way to do it is to go all the way until you don't have anything left. See, you turn it until you don't have anything, and then turn it back just enough to get that tip. Boom. Or you can go all the way, I guess, but this is just what I've done, and it works well. One light, then press and hold.
Back in Saber Editor. Select mode.
Then it'll light it all the way up. But let me show you. Let's show you what happens if I just go. This is my blade. Say I got like a short blade.
Back in Saber Editor. Select mode.
See? So in order to get more pixels, press and hold, and then just do the same thing. And now
Back in Saber Editor. Select mode.
now I have all those. All right. Now let's go to another mode.
Ignition speed.
Ignition speed. Same thing, which is just super cool. So press and hold.
Choose sound font.
This sound font. So I'm gonna press it.
Choose ignition speed.
So once you're on the sound font, and you can go to other sound fonts too, but I just stayed on this sound font to make it simple for the video. So once you find the sound font, just press once, and you're gonna get this. Same deal, you twist until you find the speed that you want. Twist one way and it slows it down, it goes really slow. See? Or twist it kind of, so that would be your ignition, your scroll speed. I want mine a little faster, so I'm going to keep on twisting until I find that length that I like. I like kind of a faster one. Press and hold.
Back in Saber Editor. Select mode.
And then also, okay, we're back in, so we got the scroll speed, we got the tip all the way lit. Now we got the blade colors, we got everything going as far as the lockup color, the blaster bolt color, all that good stuff. We're going to go on to the next one, which should be gesture controls.
Retraction speed.
Well, retraction speed. I don't mess with it. It's fine as it is.
Battle configuration.
Battle configuration is going to basically, in real time, have how the functions go for like blasters and lockups. So press and hold.
Choose action.
Choose action.
Blaster block.
Blaster block.
Button and swinging.
Button and swinging. You turn one way.
Button.
Turn the other way.
Button and swinging. Button.
So you have two options.
Button and swinging. Button.
Button's what I want. Press.
Force push.
Force push.
Button and swinging.
Button and swinging.
Button.
Button. That's what I like.
Lock up.
Lock up.
Button and clashing.
Button and clashing.
Button.
Button.
Blaster block. Button and swinging. Button and swinging. Button.
Button.
Force push.
It's back to, it just cycles until you're done. Press and hold.
Back in Saber Editor.
To get back in the
Select
Saber.
mode.
To get back in the Saber editor. So now,
gesture controls.
Gesture controls. This is pretty cool. I'm not really the biggest fan of gesture controls, but I was like, this is dope. You can change it just on the fly. So let's go into gesture controls.
Choose gesture control. Stab ignition.
Same thing.
On. Off. Swing ignition.
I'm gonna do the swing ignition for you guys, because why not? On. Press.
Twist ignition.
Twist ignition. Nah. Next.
Twist retraction.
I have twist retraction on, but
off. On.
On.
Stab ignition.
Stab ignition. Back to the beginning. So press and hold.
Back in Saber Editor.
Saber.
Select mode.
That's now we're back in Saber Editor.
Effect font slot.
Now this is where if you have a custom font folder, I haven't messed with them on the SD card, you can put it on your fonts. Right now I think it's on the default NeoPixel, which is just where I want it. At one point I think I chose the wrong one and it kept it black, and I had to go in the SD card and delete this profile that I made because I couldn't, it was just easiest to do it that way for me, I guess. I don't know, there's probably an easier way to do it, but this one I just skip because this works for me.
Save and leave Saber Editor.
So when you save this, it's going to have that as basically your preset to how this font and other fonts function. Press and hold, and it shuts off. Now, whenever I start, now I've got gesture control. Now I didn't have that. I didn't have the. Earlier, the ignition was just power, but now I can go ahead and everything should be white. Lock up. Whoop. Lock up's white. Whoop. And also, some of these, depending on the font you have, or depending on what you have set up, some of them have pre-on effects, kind of like the Profi board, so it'll like spark and do stuff, but this font doesn't have it. So now to get into a new font, you're gonna press the auxiliary for a second. Make sure it's not pointing down. If you do, you go into volume menu. You kind of want to have it up, I believe, so press and hold.
Sound menu.
And then let go. Now you're going to get to the fonts, and you balance, side port,
daddy issues complete,
daddy issues, guardian, cryocarbon,
son of darkness.
These are all stock. I haven't changed any fonts yet.
Eternal Prince.
Eternal Prince I'm a huge fan of, so I'm going to go ahead and select it. Press and hold. Oh, press and hold the auxiliary. Now I have it. I'm a huge fan of Eternal Prince. I think it just sounds cool. Here's one of the post-ops. Here's my gesture control. This is a different blue because I made it a different profile. So each font that you do those changes to, it will remember and go back to what you left it on. Now the functions will be the same, but your blade colors, styles, all that stuff will stay on that font. So it's kind of like you mix, you change how some things work, like as far as the gesture controls, the block ups, all that stuff, but each profile on the sound font that you leave it on, it'll stay on that. Trying to get one of those. Oh, this one does it too. And then also, I forgot to change colors. I believe you can still do the auxiliary and then power, and it will in real time change. Whoa. There we go. So hold the auxiliary and then press power. There you go, there was one. So if you wanted to change colors really quick on the fly, you hold the auxiliary and press the power. Now that's granted you have a NeoPixel or if you have a Tricree and RGB setup. There's one. I mean, look at this Gucci flex, right? That's what I'm gonna call it. I guess I'm gonna call it the Gucci flex. Man, this sucker's loud though. All right, let's go to another sound font, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Call it a day.
Sound menu.
The Phantom. The Shadow.
The classic villain.
I do like me the classic villain. Let's go with that. I love this saber in a yellow. I really do. Listen how loud that is.
Please charge your saber.
Voltage critical. Please charge your saber. So yeah, I freaking run that battery down. It's probably because I've been playing with it for a while. But I also definitely am pushing volume on this. Maybe the volume's pulling some more than I thought. But I'll take that trade off because I love a loud saber, and this is by far one of the louder soundboards I've come across. Profi is extremely loud. You can push like crazy. CFX right behind it. Now the Golden Harvest V3 Phase 4 board, I really don't know where it lies. It is seriously one of the loudest things I've heard. And again, I've never pushed Profi to like a breaking point, so I don't know. I mean, it gets loud too, but I'd have to say this is a serious top contender for the loudest soundboard. I just like it. Kind of sucks going to some of my sabers that you know I thought were loud. Now they're quiet. I mean, listen to me. This is me talking. You can't even hear me talking. Can you hear what I'm saying? It's stupid loud. Look at that little jewel up in there. This thing is... Those gesture controls can get kind of annoying. That's why I don't care about gesture controls. You can, of course, adjust the sensitivity. There's a lot of stuff you can do on the SD card in the main config. I was just showing you guys what you can do on the fly and how it kind of comes out of the box. The firmware update, at least. But, pretty cool.
Sound menu.
Ooh. Oh, that hurt.
Knighthood.
Balance.
Data issues complete.
Let's do side pork. Oh! Mr. Bob! That's uncomfortably loud. That was uncomfortably loud. I love it. I mean, listen, you can even hear me talk. I'm trying to talk. Holy shit. Holy. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there.
Sound menu.
Data issues complete.
Guardian! Cryocarbon. Son of darkness.
Son of Darkness? Why not? Ooh, that's aggressive. I'm gonna blow this speaker. I'm gonna blow it. I know it. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, depending on if you have a track on it, hold the power button, it'll play the track while the saber's off. Same thing. Same thing as the CFX.
Sound menu.
Eternal Prince.
The Phantom.
I think Eternal Prince.
Eternal Prince.
I think Eternal Prince had one. Hold on, let me show you. So press and hold the power button. Just blow it away. Press and hold, and then like, what? Yeah, it's way too sensitive on that power on. I mean, look. I barely had to do any gesture. So, this is the loudest saber I own by far. Holy shnikes. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there, you guys. I could play with this for another hour. I'm going to, but for the sake of this video, that is pretty much a quick run through. Read the manual. There's a Golden Harvest firmware update manual. Read it. For those of you who are interested in getting a Phase 4 Golden Harvest board, don't hesitate, get it. It is totally worth the money. Oh my goodness. And like, not only that, it's highly customizable. I have barely scratched the surface. I think this is by far probably one of the best user-friendly, I mean, I guess starter board. Yeah, I wish I would have had this when I first started. The install was easy. The soldering pads are very large, very straightforward. Again, read the manual. And there's a Golden Harvest support group on Facebook. Go and join. If you have any issues, throw up hey guys, run into this. People are happy to help out. So there's plenty of support for the board as far as like troubleshooting and problems and stuff like that, plus a community for it. But I have to say, it's quickly jumped up in one of my favorite soundboards, and I hope to implement them more in the future and learn a lot more about the board. So thank you so much, Frederick, for thinking of me, and I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed swinging this thing around. I'm all about sound. I love it loud. I mean, Eternal Prince is a quieter sound font. And listen how it's still loud. Love everything about it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys for sticking around on this channel and saying what's up. For those of you who don't understand my humor in silly videos, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna keep being me. So, and I'll leave link in the description for SaberTech and stuff like that. So if not, go to sabertech.com. All right, guys, thank you so much.
Who's scruffy looking?